What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Kilo Loco, and today I'm going to be showing you how to display images like these that are stored in my S3 bucket using Amplify storage, and how we can display these images in just one line of code. So that's coming up right now. So as you can see from this project right here, I actually am using Amplify storage to list out all of the image keys that I have stored in my storage category. And I'm simply setting those image keys right here. I'm just making sure that I go over the storage result, grabbing the items, making sure I access the key, and then making sure that only populate with keys that are not empty. And we have those image keys here, which are then laid out in this lazy V grid, and we are iterating over each of those keys and displaying the text of each of those keys. And you can see that right here, each of the keys. Now, if you wanted to actually display these images, you would have to do something like this, which we see in the documentation on the Amplify docs website. And you can see that you would normally download the data by passing in the key, and you can, listen to it and go over the different events, the success and the failure and all this other stuff. And that's usually okay. And that's relatively easy if you only want to download one image. But where things start getting more complicated, where you start running into design pattern issues, is when you're dealing with several images like so. So when we have multiple images that need to be displayed, each of these are going to be like a cell that we want to show on our grid. And that becomes a little bit more confusing. And what I did was I actually created a repository called Amplify Image. Now, what this does is it takes Amplify and it takes a Kingfisher, which is a very popular library used for downloading and caching images. And I'm actually creating a wrapper around it to make this Amplify Image object that's available to you if you're using SwiftUI. I'm going to continue to improve it, maybe even allow it to work with UIKit, but right now it's just SwiftUI, and I wanted to show you how easy it is to use. So as you can see here, we're simply showing the text or we're simply showing the key as a text. But what I want to do is I actually want to take advantage of Amplify Image, and we're going to start by adding that as a package. So I go up, I go to add package, and I'm going to simply pass in the repo URL right here. So we'll pass it in. It's github.com/kiloloco/amplify image. We'll add that package. We'll make sure that it's selected. We'll do add package. You'll see that it is added over here, and we're just doing it off the main branch. We can then go up to the top. We'll do import amplify image. And then once it's imported, we'll be ready to use it. And it's really simple to use. All you have to do is do amplify image, pass in the key, and you are set. So now what we'll do is, now that we're going to be displaying the Amplify image instead of the text, let's see what it looks like. And here we go. And as you'll be able to see, when the images start to load, it's actually going to blow up, and that's part of just SwiftUI and images being resized and things like that. So what we could do is we can use all the same modifiers that we would normally be used to using for SwiftUI for any view, or we can actually access the KF image if we wanted. Or you can actually use this other modifier that I created, which is perfect for grids like this one. So we'll do this scale to fill with, and what that's going to do is it's going to make it so that it's going the image will be scale to fill, and it's actually going to be a perfect square, so everything looks very pretty. Now the awesome thing about this is that this Amplify image objects will allow you to use different access levels. So depending on the type of storage access level that you set, you can pass those in right here. By default, it's going to be guest, but you can access private and protected as well. So if you do have those private or protected files, then you can just do it that way. But by default, it's just going to be guest. And the same thing goes with this scale to fill with. You can actually pass in an aspect ratio, and that can actually give you a different look if you wanted to continue to use it like a grid. So in this case, we'll actually have these really long images right here, and you'll see that it still keeps that scale, that aspect ratio to 1, but it'll actually scale it up to fill. And that's all you really need to do. So thank you guys for watching this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope that you found it interesting, and I hope that you start using Amplify Image in your Amplify projects. Let me know if there's anything that you want to see done to improve Amplify Image. And then if you want to contribute, feel free to contribute. You just go ahead and create a pull request, or you could create an issue and we can start working on it together, and we could really grow this project out. So thanks again. Have a great day and go out there and keep coding passionately.